I see my identity reflected in the Villanova community as a new member of faculty in many ways. First of all, I am faculty of color, and I come from the continent of Africa. So I come in as an immigrant. I come in as a black woman, getting this new space to express myself in a way that is rarely done for women, especially from the continent. So this is a great opportunity to come in and share my knowledge and share my time with colleagues, yes, and contribute to the Villanova community. The insights that my research gives me about the black community, especially when it comes to research and the academic community, is very interesting because I just graduated with my PhD in 2020, and my research was about restorative justice and reparative justice. And so I see that connection. This was related to my country in Kenya, but I see that connection with the black community in the United States. And I see my research contributing to great insights in terms of looking at issues of racial justice, issues of reparations and reconciliation and healing among black communities, looking at their history, and bringing that to a space of healing, especially for those who still have transgenerational trauma and those who are still seeking answers about the past, so that they can use that to mend the present and the future. I think my research has changed a little bit in terms of what has been happening from 2020. When you look at the political situation in this country, the divisiveness, the polarization, the racial tensions in this country, especially after the murder of George Floyd. And I see my research connecting with the conversations that people are having right now to bring about justice, to bring about the consciousness and the awareness of some of the social issues that we have to contend with, like police brutality, just racism, systemic racism in institutions of higher education, in the police force, in law enforcement, and all facets of society, especially in leadership at national and local levels. So those conversations are now shifting away from radical propositions, and now they're shifting to what can we do? What are some of the solutions that we can latch onto? How can we make our allies aware and conscious about our experiences? And then we use that and the conversations that we are having to bring about change. So I think that the academic community is now challenged to pick up on these conversations, pick up these stories, and use them to bring about social change, to bring about justice, to bring about the same healing that I was talking about, and so that we can move on from there and see and have that vision of a society one time that our children will look back. History will judge us as people who took a situation from being worse and worked towards mitigating the issues that affected us. Black history means many things to me. Black history means collective consciousness, when people of the black race can appreciate their tribe, appreciate their ethnicity, and use that to celebrate their achievements, use that to mourn together, use that to look within their communities and see how they can uplift each other, and see how they can elevate their stories to national levels. As a media scholar, I'm interested in issues of media and power, and so the Black History Month actually gives us that visibility to tell our stories in our own way, in different ways that can have the kind of impact that we want. But the most important thing is the visibility, that we have our stories elevated. And we don't just talk about our pains, which are important, but we also talk about our achievements, our resilience, our improvements, our contributions, our co-productions of knowledge, and ways in which we come out more colorful and more forceful from the margins to the center. And I can see a lot of movements from the margins to the center. So with days like, or celebrations like Black History Month, then these are opportunities for us to try and move those who are subjugated, those who are vulnerable from the margins, and bring them to the center so that they can feel they belong, they're supported, they are welcomed, and they're cared for.